back on it. Oh, that's my... Get rid of that. Okay, we're gonna solve the murder of this man. I'm sure of it. Time to attempt more assault on children. Yeah, damn right. What's this? Oh. So he mentions a couple of quality of life things coming to 14. Infinite sprint and sanctuaries and mounting up while moving. Mounting up while moving in general? Because that does sound good if it's not just the island, right?
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami.
It's not infinite
with
sprint,
an
it's
old hunter's knife.
when sprint runs out,
His
you
eyes
jog.
are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal.
Everywhere, okay. Wait. As in, so the Island Sanctuary sprint can run out now. I know it turned off whenever you, like, activated something, right? Whenever you touch something. Stuff Star Wars had for years then.
His posture is relaxed. Despite his powerful build and a knife in his hand, this man resorts to physical intimidation only infrequently, if at all.
No one said Island Sanctuary. Sanctuary, right. I'm an idiot. I see what you mean. Like, just generally, sorry. I thought Sanctuary meant Island Sanctuary. You mean like, yeah, like safe spaces and stuff. Yeah. Why couldn't we just have infinite sprint? Why does it need to be a jog? Why can't we just mount? Sprint, when it runs out, you slow down a little bit, but then that stays. So instead of giving us mounting in Solution 9, which is most likely why they're doing this, they're just giving us this weird sprint thing. Something balance. To balance what? We have infinite sprint in fucking PvP. Don't see them saying anything about that. Immersion. Then stop making my character nod. Like, give us other expressions other than fucking emotes. First things first, what are you doing here, man on the waterlock?
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock.
Yeah.
Company and eating their salami.
Oh, there's a time saver if you... I like the mounting one movie. That is actually a nice touch. That is actually a good thing, but doesn't exist. That's why they can't... Right, of course. What the fuck off rather than go eat a taco with them. Yeah.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer?
Do you know what caused the wreckage?
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol.
Was it me?
The words Daredevil Driver sound ominous to you.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
Can I have some of that salami?
Sure thing.
Oh.
Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Oh. You're gathering a bunch of shit because you're moving, not saving about 3 seconds each time, but not stopping to mount. Over time, that makes a difference. Yeah. No, I'm not saying that that's like that's nice. It's just a shame that most people who are playing the game are usually stuck in sanctuaries and raids and dungeons and everything else, and most people who are gathering are botting, so it probably doesn't matter to them so much. But, you know, it's nice. It's cool or whatever, I guess.
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it.
Huh, I'm botting. I said most.
Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Had to find out you're a bot like this. What's this? Ooh. Take you back for reprogramming. The bust of a woman, the plaque simply says DEI. Wait, what? Dark film projector is wearing some kind of machine and antique cash register. What's this?
You see
Something's
rows of
wrong.
toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback.
They even
others in
added
rags,
the sub-owner
others
job
yet
to the
in
new
bright
field
blue
op.
uniforms. All are stern
Sub-owner
and
job.
unyielding in their duty.
Wait, what? Another example of DEI. Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering if
Try
that was
find
meant to be like a
something
quick
pretty and
joke.
Cool here. Then use it to win her back.
Dig up a truly cool figurine under the. Let's do it.
Why?
Hell yeah.
What's this? A headless man riding a horse. A headless man with
Submarine or
futuristic
sub-owners.
tracksuit
Oh,
trousers and
oh, he's.
Oh, that's the headless phone rider.
An arc job that throws parts, which costs 300k. Well, the alchemist was. Man, I'm so mad that they did all these classes as sub jobs. Like, I wanted the alchemist as an actual healer for the longest time, like someone who like shoots meds, like basically like medic from fucking TF2, who like has like a little dart gun. If you have a little dart gun that shoots people, like does damage when you hit people, heals people when you hit teammates. The 12-inch meatball marinara. Yeah. What was his example? Right. These don't disqualify jobs from coming. Yeah, but like after they added, like, who the fuck knows what they're doing with healing anymore? Because they seem to have stuck to this whole idea of 2 shield healers, 2 regen healers. So then, does that mean if they add a 5th healer, are they going to do something new? Are they going to start fucking with the other healers when they add the 5th healer? Like, you know, there's a job in there. I know. There's like monk or something as well, right? Might get Chitin variation. It doesn't mean they won't be future jobs. Yeah. Astrologer needs its rework versions. Yeah, let's just do another. I mean, let's keep going. It's gonna need it, right?
The headless phone rider. It's an urban legend about a man who
New
rides
pure
the
healer in
streets of Revachol,
gets
sporting
fucked with.
a fawn
Basically, Astra just turns
As you
into.
see,
They just revert it back to what it was before, where it had both. And then everyone would be like, Why did we do this in the first
50
place?
cents. Bargain price.
Oh, that's a
I'll
good.
throw in the tiny cap too.
That is a bargain
I think he's
price.
looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
Sure.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
Just buffs now? That would be good. We don't get that as a class like style.
that almost comes
The
off.
only thing that does that is Dancer, and you can only pick one person to buff. Oh, actually, that's not true. We get it as Bard as well. But it would be nice if you had something that was a bit more specific, like every 20 seconds you just throw out a fucking crit, or you throw out like damage, like basically in the way that Astro did in the past. I don't think it doesn't do that anymore, right? Or does it? I might be misremembering. I still think that they shouldn't have gotten rid of things like spell speed and stuff. Healer release. Loses its healer stuff. Yeah, basically. 2-3 ranger buff classes, and the third is just a gun. Which is nice. it's fucking kind of weak, but like it's simple. Like if you want to get into an easy ranged class, you just play the fucking machinist.
Yes. Buy something nice.
Well, I've already done it.
A figurine.
Step away from the table. Oh, this is the pawn shop, right? This is where I can sell things. Mostly military.
Typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Drops a pole on scout and drops the twin blades. Ranged as buffs. And then you have gun, which is just... I mean, machinist is the samurai of ranged, basically. Fantastic and casual content. Oh my god, this ass otherwise. Yeah. Like, just, like, I said it was a samurai of range, not because it does a lot of damage, but because, you know, it's the greedy one. This supposed to be close to throwing out. Well, yeah, but, like, I think that, again, is an issue of Final Fantasy's fucking 2-minute bullshit, but yeah. Just complaining about job design, yeah. It's all rolls, yeah. Gun is a buff, obviously. How much for the streetlight?
700 real.
Jesus Christ.
Bargain, I dare say.
Is it going to give me the option to purchase it?
No, it's not. He's trying to sweet talk you into buying trash.
You have your mind, there's one like that on every corner.
The light has undergone 3 transformations, and every transformation, large or small, has a price tag.
What do you mean transformations?
Well, there are the cost of removal and rewiring.
Some with 3 spell speed and black mage just to fuck with them. Wasn't exactly great. Yeah, but like, if you knew what you were doing, it would be kind of nice, right? There's only a thing because of mitten 1%. Yeah, basically. At this point, that is basically the only reason you ever range. Although Bard is, like, in all fairness, Bard is probably like the best thing you can have on your fucking roster if you're gonna have a ranged. Just because it does so much for the entire party. Being to a range that gets near and far positionals. Yes! Do more damage for being close. Do more damage for being far, like for certain attacks. That makes... I mean, it's basically like fucking Monster Hunter with like the bow and stuff like that, right? Melee, that's like the reverse of a red mage. That's a ranged, isn't it? It's viable, either no spell speed or all the spell speed. Gives ammo and then a ranged burst phase. Doesn't Viper have like a ranged bit or something? Or am I misremembering?
The most important transformation is the light.
Okay, fuck this.
It's not often that I see officers from the
You're just still a
RCM in
caster,
my
but somehow
corps.
still show.
What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light.
Tell me, have you had any trouble lately?
I haven't had any.
Yes, but it's not true
myself.
ranged. No, but I think that's
Some
what
of my
Lux was
customers
trying to.
complained about inconsistent law
Range at the
enforcement.
end of the burst. Yeah. In the same way that like Red Mage has just a moment where they do melee, right? Or I mean, probably not the same amount, but I don't know.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travellers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide
Boosting melee
selection
damage
of
ability
goods for
gain
everyone
ranged
to
attacks
choose
then.
from.
Yeah, but Gunblade is not a ranged weapon. 3 melee hits in its combo, so 6 hits or so. Right, I see. Honestly, I think some of your selections are more tasteful than others.
It keeps me entertained.
Not the weapon. I know, but I'm still just fucking mad about it. So Guardian Gunblades
He
are.
might be high. If he is, on what?
We can't read today. No, I'm just mad. That's all. I think Viper was gonna have a gun as an offhand weapon. You mean you were hoping that Viper was going to be Corsair, which is what everyone assumed it was going to be. Where you could have had a fucking you could have had a sword and a gun, and it would have made 100,000 times more sense to have a fucking Corsair than a fucking Viper. It's shit both range and melee, at least against the... What is this? Is Roy high? And if yes, what is he on?
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard.
Oh my god, I might actually get a drug button.
It's tough to come by on the street.
What is that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your
Pirate Vigil and Tulio, lol. Yeah, but you could have become the Corsair. I don't know. There's something to steal ninja gear. Corsair could... I don't fucking know. It just stinks. Kills all the limbs that they finally use. Yeah. I mean, Viper is Zidane's weapon type. Yeah, but they didn't need to... I'm gonna get mad if every single fucking reason why something happens in an expansion is because it's a reference to the Final Fantasy that they're fucking copying from. Okay, anyways. Could have been a Dex kit. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Where does a man get Paralympian these days? You're gonna have something to... I'm already aware. I'm already fucking aware, and it has me livid. 7.1. Yeah. What camera shake to put your point across? I was slamming my desk. I don't know if that was coming through, I guess. And the breaking shit. And 7.0,
There's a
yeah.
note of indignation in its voice.
Give me the
Those
drug.
triangle patches on its vest. You have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket.
Point is closed.
I was with the emergency relief brigade. You know, after
The
the
door
people's
yesterday.
disaster.
6.5, 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, and did you mean to say 0.1? To be fair, I was still like on the hook during 0.1 and 0.2. Like, I was still kind of just coping, you know?
Had to take Perolidon for radiation.
But yeah, after that, it just kind of...
That's what you were hinting at just now, wasn't it?
Just, no. No.
He's taking it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
Like, it was mostly because of Pandemonium that I was still hooked, you know? And then they released the last tier. I was on the hook for like the second tier, and I fucking loved it. I thought it was fucking awesome. And then the story went shit. The Alliance raid got shit. And then, yeah, it just kind of cemented everything as it wrapped up, just cemented my initial, my it's not initial, but, you know, growing feelings about it. Stopped playing during 6.3. Yeah, lucky you. The end of the last tier. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, exactly. Also paying. Must have been tough. Radioactive. People's Pals.
Bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you too.
Oh, lovely. Imagine it running a pawn
The
shop.
cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later,
I actually,
my second
I
dog died.
emptied out all my
Left
fucking
me this
retainers.
shack
And...
and all
Oh,
the
hey, I need to
assorted
check
junk
something
in it.
actually. I need to launch Final Fantasy. 1 minute. The fucking bidding is done today. Let's go have a look. But yeah, I emptied all my retainers in my second Chocobo bag, and I got rid of all that shit. I'm not paying for that garbage anymore. like, I've still got untradeable items. I literally just have a retainer full of currencies, and every time I was, like, putting things in my currency retainer, I'm like, well, that's convenient. A currency, I'm gonna put this currency in my currency retainer, and not my currency UI. Fucking great. I am just launching Final Fantasy at the moment. Featuring Miles DPC.
So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown.
I mean, I played because I play with friends. Like, that's ultimately it. Like, I played to raid.
Still in the same city, but
that's about it.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized.
Like, I'll do the story, I'll stream it, whatever, I'll pay attention to whatever I can that doesn't fucking make me want to, like, slam my head into the table just to get some level of excitement, some level of something going on inside of my brain, but, you know, currency in the game, I don't want a currency UI. Well, no, but you know what I mean, like, think of how WoW does it, in the sense that when you go to... when you go to the Timeless Isles and you have those Timeless Isle coins, and you know, when you're in the Pandaria expansion, you have the lesser charms of good fortune and the greater charms of good fortune, and it's like, well, you don't really need them in your inventory, right? And they don't go there; they just remain on your character. Back as lead director, if that's a good thing, I'd rather. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not convinced that this is going to fix the game, because I'm still on the side of the game is totally fucked if they don't pull some fucking money out and do mega reworks. Like, the game needs shifting. Because at this point, like, the game was surviving on a great story. The great story is not there anymore. Pay attention, Mansky. You'll see FF9 have a straight. Yeah, I mean, most likely. Since he's spending a lot of time testing. It's all just, like, speculation right now, isn't it? Like, currencies that went into your inventory, but that was so you can sell that shit to other people if you don't want to need them. Well, you're talking about, like, well, yeah, I mean, I suppose that being tradable is fine, right? Yeah. But these aren't tradable, and you can't even fucking vendor them like you can in WoW, where you get the fucking gear token that's like, oh, if you right-click on this, you can turn it into something for your specialization. Don't want it? Sell it for 50 gold. Like, fuck. Right, let me teleport to... All hands on with the team. Scryer's tokens went to bags? Wait, what's Scryer's token? The story side of things has been already written and planned. It's too late for that part. Fine, which is fine. This is my point. Like, the story's cooked. Like, they're fucked. So they need to do everything they can to make the game, the gameplay loop fun. You know? Oh, I don't think I got the house. Hang on. What house was it? Can I see? Timers. Estate. 60-30. Yeah, someone else got it. Okay. I'm just gonna go pick up my money real quick. That's a shame. TBC currency? Yeah, but that's TBC. I mean, wait, it still goes in? The other currency scries didn't know the max. That stuff doesn't happen anymore, though. That's the point, right? That's TBC currency, an expansion that came out in... 100 messages? Yeah, hang on. Well, TBC release date. 2007. Final Fantasy is currently in 2025, and we still don't have any currency that goes into, like, a special pouch. I say any, sorry, I'm talking about, like, you know, gear currency and stuff like that. 2.0 story that fixes that. The problem is the story now has this blotch, which isn't going to go away for a while. So it's going to take more than 8.0 to fix the story. You tell me that's not stored in the currency tab then? I can't think of anything. What gear currency is there besides tombstones? Okay, let's begin, shall we? well. You say that, but what came after Stormblood? Yeah, no, of course. Like, Shadowbringers was fucking huge, and it was great, but Stormblood wasn't bad. Like, that bad, right? Let me exit Final Fantasy. So... There's pretty much coffers, which goes in bags in WoW 2. Is it? Okay, so... Yeah, so, like saying, all the totems, the Savage books, the normal raid items that you get, the bullshit that you have to do with fucking... What's it called? The shit I went through the other day, augmenting fucking... what's it called? Crafted gear... where you have to, like, trade in one form of currency to receive another currency that trades back into another currency, which, again, doesn't need to exist, but, you know, it's whatever. You've got the currency you buy with tombstones, like, yeah. And, like, the chaotic drops, yeah. You gotta remember, there's, like, 8 different totems per expansion, and there's, like, 12 different books, 12 different raid items, plus the weapon item on each tier, like normal raid. You've got the fucking... what's it called? I suppose the raid stuff doesn't stay around, does it? The raid... okay, in all fairness, the old raids turn into poetics. But... you've got Alliance raid coins, currencies, whatever you want to call them. You've got, which do persist throughout expansions, so you've got 3 for every expansion. The old raid items still oh, do they? Oh, okay. Should they just look at any F2P? That's how great, yeah. The upgraded crafting gear should be as simple. Yeah, and speaking of crafting, you've got the tradable fucking blue tokens. You know, you've got the blue scripts, which... You have to... The blue script vouchers, I forgot what they're called. You've got one for gathering and one for crafting. You've got those folklore vouchers. You've got fucking... the bi-colored gemstone vouchers, which I suppose are tradable, so that's kind of forgivable, like I suppose. But, like, why gemstones are kept, it fucking eludes me. Or why they're kept so low, I suppose. Be solved by increasing caps. Pretty much, yeah. You only open a normal chest in raids unless it's a third chest. Yeah, unless you're trying to troll someone, you fucking open all the chests and then disappear, because nobody wants all that shit in their fucking inventory, because it's a currency that doesn't go into any currency pouch. That should really be going into a currency pouch. I'm sure there's more. Hang on, if I just think hard enough. I mean, there's got to be... Someone has to have cultivated a list of all the different currencies in the game, because if someone, like, it would be a massive Excel spreadsheet that just goes on for like 200 or 300 items. All the capable currencies something you no longer need. Yeah. 1 second. Like, that's another point. All the relic items technically count as a currency because you're just buying them with poetics and then trading them back in, right? You're talking about the singing clusters, I'm talking about animal weapons, you know, the fucking, I forgot the name of them. Oh, there's like 8 more currencies from Eureka alone! The fate tokens from the firmament, yeah. Oh, and then you get the currency from each boss at the end game, at the end of each Eureka zone. You know, like Penthesilia's fucking flame, you've got Pazuzu's feather, fuck. Like, the list is endless. Someone has a currency. Oh my god, no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way is this actually Of course! You've got the fucking I was about to say delves. I can't believe I was about to say that. The fucking Criterion and Variant dungeons and there's so many. It's insane. Click the drop down. Yeah, this is nuts. The irregular tombstones that you get before a patch to buy currencies in 14. Oh my god, of course. Use when I buy. Yeah, this doesn't even have everything, by the way. This isn't all the currencies. This just looks like everything that's relevant, like in the current patch. But yeah, my point being, we don't need an interface for all of this. Or we don't need it in the current... Like, also, it doesn't need to be in the currency pouch specifically. Maybe you could have like a currency pouch that has like a big list of currencies that you can search in, you know? Anything that gets traded into a vendor that's untradeable with other people just goes into here. Because why is it in your inventory? Why do we have a key item? Why do we have an entire fucking two or three pages of key items when we don't use it for anything that is a key item? Can we use it? Like, please? In this game, the best I can do is contact. Yeah. Bait bag? A bait bag would be fucking awesome. Yeah. Oh, man. So, yeah, I got rid of, like, all my shit, right? Nearly all my shit, and now there's just one retainer who has all my fucking currencies. And I've, like, cancelled all my subscriptions that have nothing to do with my actual subscription. There's so many types of baits. It's so bad. Like, it's insane. I had a retainer full of bait. I had a retainer full of fucking bait. Like, 2 whole pages of bait. And that's not even all the bait in the game. That's just all the ones I ever bothered to pick up for fish I was trying to get. Like, it's insane. Anyway, sorry. We're talking about how this guy was a emergency thing.
The Esperance didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. But there wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however.
Ether Compass isn't the key item anymore. I left that in there because I miss it. I think you can delete it.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Oh, I left it there. Yeah. I want to be one of those players who'd be like, well, you know, back in my day, you know, still just have it in my inventory. You see this thing here? You wouldn't have this. I don't have any guns like ones carried by cops.
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Well, I guess I found my gun.
What? Sold? The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
Wait, I sold you my gun? I'm gonna a net man on the spare button. Nice.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol.
There's players that kept their belts. On the currency retainer, I have all my belts, yeah.
And I don't like keeping guns around the shop.
It's a big fuck you to Final Fantasy, basically. It's a big fuck you to Square Enix. You're not removing these from the database while I've still got them. Tons of belts, yeah.
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems
there's just too much fucking busy work without any real bonus at the end. I imagine it's probably more entertaining to do like multiplayer. I feel like there's something you're not telling me.
You weren't quiet yourself, officer.
What was I like?
You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life and that you can't trust yourself with it
Jesus.
tonight. And that you need the money.
Let's try to reduce the dominatrix ERPers. all the unusable materials still sellable. Yeah. The main stat. basically just clogging up their own fucking database when what they could have done was, I keep bringing this in, do what WoW does. Turn the item into a defunct item of just one item thing, like one item ID that just says this is no longer available, you know, like fucking defunct belt or some shit like that, and then all of a sudden you don't have to worry about carrying all this shit on your servers, or on the game's client, I suppose, because we carry everything for them.
When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun
the
barrel
86
in your
crafted
mouth
gear.
and sort of sucked on it. Then
You sucked
Okay.
on a gun.
Interesting.
Good. Very normal.
I figured this was the way that my character was going, or this guy was going, rather. I should have killed myself. Maybe I still will one of these days. What the fuck happens to the best of us?
it certainly does. It does ever show.
Was the buyer a policeman?
She didn't seem like
I think it's the
a pig,
neighbor.
although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her
Sometimes
interest
mix
in
the
the
two
gun a
based
bit obsessive,
Should be
but I
realized.
was just happy to get rid of it, and of her.
Should be realized there weren't enough. Oh, wait, I already read that. Hang on. The belts for the eventual FF10 remake.
Truth be told,
The
she
amount of
was
jokes I saw about
terrifying.
Lulu from Final Fantasy X when that happened.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
There is only one explanation. She must be one of my rabid
In that
fans.
case, she'll be happy to get a visit from us, if we can find her.
Any idea where I can
My
find her?
apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming
Use
from.
FF10 for 14
or
already.
where she went.
Not really. I'm still of the impression that they're going to use it for Mericidia.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing
But
you can do
that's
about
about
it.
it.
Now. You'll just have to.
I think there've been like
on her side.
subtle nods. Oh, the Pelu Pelu and the travel agency. Okay, yeah, that one's not very subtle, to be fair.
Of course.
I think there's a glam, but that was about it. There's the one you can buy on the store, yeah.
I doubt it, but I
Uh,
can try
know
and
anything about
answer
the
it.
recent
I do my
hanging?
best to keep my distance from all manner.
Okay.
No one likes to see what you have to see every day.
You could help me get a corpse
The
out of a
corpse
tree.
behind the hostel, I assume. I don't have a truck with a mounted
Mm.
platform or anything of that sort
What's
myself.
Mericindia? That's not the reference I was making for sure. It's more the fact that like you catch a
Ask around
glimpse
the
of
harbour.
Mericidia in
There might be some workers there who'd be willing to help.
what's his name? Fuck. Zervan's second phase. He shows you like a war-torn Mericidia, right? Like, and there's like piping and stuff like that. There's like clearly technology, so it's not like a civilization that didn't have tech, right?
The pawnbrokers.
It's not to say that it's like
is already
sci-fi,
fixed
but it's
on the
just that
dancing
it had
palace.
some basic tech, and I genuinely think they're gonna, I genuinely think they're gonna do FFX in Mericidia, where you basically show up and it's like fucking Zanuck and Alec were involved. There is that, yeah. You're thinking Zanuck, exactly. I think you're gonna show up and you're just gonna see these ruins. As well as that, the other big nod that they did, like I genuinely think the Warring Triad is like, obviously it's a Final Fantasy VI reference, but the way they introduced Sephiroth, the way Sephiroth comes in, like literally like for like, when he comes into the second phase and he does the fucking hand coming up and the fucking music starts, like they were 100% making a reference to 10 when they did that. Of course, if you know what point of 10 that is, you know what I mean, but yeah. He's basically the final Aeon. yeah, exactly. And so, like, that's why I've got this, like, feeling that, it's just, it might connect. It's a reach. It is 100% a reach. I don't think that I'm right in any way. It's sort of like, if there was a Final Fantasy X reference I would want to see, it would be from Mericidia. That's ultimately it. And then to be a single location on the beach called the Empty Hearth in Mericidia. The empty hearth, just so players can go there and go, oh. The empty hearth? Wait, what does that mean? Am I missing something here? Can I hit this kid yet?
The kid doesn't even...
Oh. What about this one?
The girl...
Empty heart? No,
the man before you is naked.
No, okay. I guess it's not gonna let me take another gunshot. Is this still the first day? Yeah, yeah. I don't know, like, when I should sleep, because I know it said I can sleep at 9, but I don't know if that means I can still just fuck about for a bit. Do a little bit more deducing, detectiving. I'd be happy with the music remix of Otherworld because they can do rock really well. I mean, Otherworld was... So that wasn't actually done by the original composer, I think. I think he had like a bit in it, but that was from... that was like a mixture of this band and the guy who did the music for Final Fantasy 13. Can you even afford the room? Do I have to? Can I just sleep there without affording it? Abused mother, abused daughter murdering her mother. And the song ends with an empty hearth down by the sea. Oh, is it? I didn't know that. Strict 9 PM bedtime, you're late. No! Let's see if I've got any bottles I can sell.
The tear machine, your bottles clump.
Hell yeah, I need some drug. Where's the drug? Is it this one?
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with...
Actually, let's hold off. Let's see if I can use the room. Where you killed someone that upsets the balance, so you kill yourself. Oh, well, that's lovely. It's very strict parenting, I have to say. Let's see if I can go just sleep in the room. Be okay if I think this reference, unlike other games, the general vibe fit pretty as well. Yeah, like, my only thing about these references is that they need to stay subtle, right? Like, we don't need it the way they did with the last, with post-expansion Endwalker. We don't need it with 7.0. We don't need it how, like, they're doing all this fucking, like, hard reference. Light reference, like they've been doing for the longest fucking time, was fine. The only time they did hard reference outside of anything was, like, Stormblood, and even then, it worked, because it wasn't part of the main story, right? Like, it was a simulation of other worlds, other things that Omega had seen, and it was like, cool, you know? A war close to them, so she beats up the daughter in grief, and daughter summons Sophia in a desperation. See, why couldn't we get more like that? Well, that's what you're getting? No. Hang on, I'm gonna try and... I'm gonna get mad at this person.
You should punch a fucking hole in it.
Fucking whore.
Hey, what is your problem?
What's your problem?
That felt good. Everyone is a whore. Now punch a hole in the door.
Yeah!
You slam your fist into the vinyl. It does not...
She's 100%...
Not to mention, great exercise.
Stop that.
Try the handle.
This door, as you hold...
Okay, whatever. She's 100% the culprit. She's either... Oh, you're joking. They've locked me out. Hang on. Can I go through the balcony? Let me just go through the window here. Fuck! I need to get in that room. You can't stop me. The thing is, I have a bunch of items I don't want to sell, which I could technically sell if I wanted to get enough money. She clearly said she didn't do it. You're right. I completely forgot about that.
Can I help you?
So about that money
Yes.
I owe.
Have you got it?
How much money
A
do I owe
lot.
you?
For the room and broken window?
Oh.
100 real. Yes?
They do Xanacan reference, but only use elegant designs for ruin. I would be fine with it because it's subtle enough. Yeah, exactly. Like if they didn't actually, for example, if they don't call it Xanacant in the way that they literally called Alexandria, that would be fine. Elegant cities are plausible. Yeah, exactly. Especially after they practically fucked up Mericidia, as far as we're aware. So they probably conquered it to a degree. Design is so fugly. Yeah, but like there could be some sort of like mixture of Alleg and Mericidian design where they just kind of. I need to stop speculating. I need to stop like hoping that they do this because I'm just gonna fucking disappoint myself because they don't know what they're doing. I'm gonna say this to him.
What? But what about the bird? Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left.
I'm gonna lie.
Why didn't she just tell me that? I don't care about stuffed birds. I care about my employees. All right. Did she say anything else about me, you know? Did she say anything about me?
Ooh, she said you're nice, but you're also an employer. I mean, come on, the power vertical here. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I do have a lot of cafeterias to manage.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of employees there. I can't make this part of my work practice.
There we go. I've broken them up.
Unprofessional of me. Anyway, thank you for clearing it up.
So can I get the room?
If there isn't anything else.
I want the room.
Or can you give him a moment? Somehow you realize this is not going to net you any professional discounts. Already he's reverting back to defensive.
Here's your trash container key.
I hope you found what you were looking for.
I found the victim's
How
clothes.
strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
And multiple times you look at me and Mr. Fancy. Yeah, this guy's a cunt. Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state.
I think fugue states are more your fault, officer.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Shut your whole mouth. Could someone in your staff could have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Interesting. Who else?
The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash.
Well, Sylvie's obviously fucking evil then.
The elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road.
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diner,
Oh.
a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container. Two men, with their faces rough and swollen, jump out. They look at the container despondently. CSM is written on their backs.
Thank you anyway.
So I guess I just had a hunch. Interesting. I wonder if I can go sleep on the bench outside or something. Let's see, does it let me?
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You
No one
can
said me.
revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
What? No way. No, fuck him, he's annoying. Alright, I have a skill point, don't I? Do I want a new trait or... No, they kind of suck. This does look good, but the all red checks fail kind of is a risk for now. Is this the fascism one? Actually, hang on. Oh no, this is the role-playing game one. The yeah. Maybe I try my luck at the precarious world. This seems like a good one to have if I learn it. They can't be fully original with their stories and zones. I'm fine with the rest. Just keep it so. Yeah, and I think that was how I felt for the longest time. Was like the references were fine, and if you're gonna make the hard, like the full-on references, it was fine to keep them in side content, not the main content. You know. It was okay when it wasn't forced down your throat, when it wasn't part of the story that the game is about, you know? Alright. I guess I'm just gonna keep exploring. Can I ever go further down here? Like the FF7 reference in Alamigo? Remind me of the FF7? I mean, you could say the FF7... There was... Costa del Sol is an FF7 reference. Still a great way to the River of Filth. The Scorpion. That's subtle, right? Like, yeah. And an NPC there. Oh, I don't know about the NPC. One big FF3 reference, but most was subtle. And yeah. Well, fuck. I mean, Hades was a reference to Final Fantasy. I want to say 7 or 9. I can't remember. You see that has the attack when its tail is up. I think I know which one you mean. Yeah. Was it 7? Okay. Yeah. And then not to mention, there's been lots of 7 references that were subtle, right? You've got I suppose the Gold Saucer wasn't very subtle, but you know what I mean? Like, you've got, fuck, what else was there? You got Costa del Sol, you've got, Bahamut, and the Bahamut is an FF14. Literally all of them. True, you could say the same about all the other Final... I mean, the summons will always be... Like, I wouldn't... For me, like, the summons in Final Fantasy have always been, like, a crossing thing. Like, they've always been, you know, traveling the Final Fantasies. That's how it's always been. Knights of the Round. There we go. Thank you. Yeah. Knights of the Round is subtle. It is. I would say Knights of the Round is subtle because it made sense. Like, it wasn't like Knights of the Round ever had a story and that they were trying to replicate the story. Instead, they just had this story about a bunch of knights, you know, following this fucking crazy Pope religious cult Scientologist leader. And then they, you know, they perfectly fit into the Knights of the Round. In the same way that Hades had his own story, you know, like it all led forward and then BAM! I am Hades, you know, and then it was like, holy shit, that's awesome, you know. Stop between those trucks down there, Smokes, go get them. Wait, between those trucks down there? Ooh, let's fucking go. As He's Low is a good reference to 6, the whole combo between the floating combat continent and all the tech. Yeah, I don't know how much that was like 6, but I know what you mean because of it. You're talking about the floating like Kefka fortress or whatever the fuck it was. Yeah, you could. I suppose. Yeah, it could be. It could have been a reference. I didn't see it that way, but I could see how that could be. And the Warring Triad. The Warring Triad were a reference to 6. Right. Okay. You know what? Never mind. The Warring. Yeah. Of course, it was probably a reference to 6. Yeah. But, like, before, they never made a whole expansion a reference. You know? Now it is, and it's just like... Why are we doing it like this? Stormblood. Stormblood? Finish all the FFs up to 9 so I can get the new trial reference. It's shameless, honestly. Like there was no reason to make it look the way it does. But I don't think you'll have the time, no. Final Fantasy 1 is gonna take you like each of the Final Fantasies from 1 to I wanna say Final Fantasies 1 to 3 will take you like 20 to 30 hours each. 4 to 6 will probably take you about 30 to 40 hours each. And then you move into like the 50-60 hour territory from there. Based on Cayenne and Doma. You are, but you don't know anything about, like, again, there was no like real story behind Cayenne. Like, the characters are nothing alike, right? Cayenne is so fucked up in Final Fantasy VI. He basically catfished a widower. Okay, they're not the same person. They're really not the same person. Cayenne. It's spelt with a C, but yeah, it's Cayenne. Or Cayenne. Yeah. The 3DFF games have a lot of slow animations and unskippable cutscenes. Oh, I haven't. Oh, don't do the 3D ones. I would recommend that. Like, as much as I usually am not a fan of remasters, I 100% recommend the remasters. It's slow in terms of combat. Yeah, that's because the frames are literally slow. They reference FF6's Cayenne with. Yeah, they did. They did. Don't forget Edgar hitting on a kid. Yeah. Alright, let's see what all these say.
Melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Takes 30 seconds to load. Yeah, yeah.
Please stop calling here.
Oh, it's her.
Time for your stupid game.
Investigating the doomed commercial area, just like we discussed.
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were. But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again.
Oh, rude.
Thanks.
It runs. No, it's not a Switch thing. Like, it sounds like a one-to-one port. Like, the game itself, they've never fixed it. Like, even in the ports, they never fixed it. The game is hard-coded to run at like 15 FPS in combat or something like that. Like, it's actually in the code.
You ring the doorbell, but no one answers. Just seeing the words Andro Orlando gets your hackles up. Its very existence is a threat to your masculinity, to say nothing of your hair.
What the fuck's it? What are you trying to say about my hair? Ultimate's boxing for you. Oh, that's the place I was in.
All you hear is static, but no one answers the
buying that version of 15 or any. Just don't buy any version.
You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens.
Emma's Fashion Atelier.
You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence.
Glabber again.
No one
sure,
answers the call.
Burn that planet down from orbit. What? Chibi version, it's like an abridged version. Oh my fucking god.
Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore. You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything.
Is anyone there?
Yes, hello. This is Tracy Peniel Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Yes, I've come to place an order.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
Sorry?
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice.
Am I hearing this in my head? I'm starting to think I'm hallucinating. Gimmick bioscience. Right.
It's a woman, and she knows you. Your heart beats faster.
Must be hallucinating.
No. Something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Yeah, it's me. Here I am again, crawling back into your life.
Michelle, just please.
Stops and you can hear her breath heavily, her breath distorted by ancient static.
Sounds like a ghost. Wind blows through your clothes and you feel detached from your surroundings.
Is artificial if you install the mod, you get the... Yeah. There is a way, but that's not for the Switch.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Of course I care, it's just that I've been going through some tough times.
Ever since I came to work here, as if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she
Try FF9 through other means.
It sounds like she's submerged.
Yeah. It's good. I did enjoy 9 a lot.
It's so nice.
Definitely a game you could play in your spare time as well, just grinding away.
It's so nice to be able to finally forget.
Forget about what?
She sounds like she's about to cry. The cold is deep under your skin, as if you were talking to someone who's 100 years away. Somewhere inside the building, water is flooding the cellar floor.
Please don't cry.
She doesn't answer.
You said it was nice. What's so nice about forgetting?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
I get it. You don't want to talk to me. No one ever wants to talk to me.
Another seagull passes by.
Oh god.
It's getting cold standing here.
Legally through other means. Yeah, there's several legal means. Just none that law needs to know about, right? I play with FF7. Might be buying it on Steam.
Some kind of faulty wiring. We should maybe stop playing with this doorbell. It looks ancient.
Fuck.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12
Slipstream
name cards on the call box read.
Slipstream SCA.
No, hold on. The last thing you need in your life is more hysteric emotions.
Oh.
Forget it.
What do you
Find
mean?
something else
You
to
don't
do.
know me. Fortress Accident.
Silence. No one's home at Fortress.
Then you would say that, yeah.
Silence. No one answers the doorbell.
Agreed. Widescreen. Yeah, I've thought about doing that.
Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you.
East Delta Pinball.
Silence. No
Wait,
one answers your
what do you mean they
call.
don't want to talk to you?
Nothing happens after nothing happens.
I thought I could
This
spam
button
them.
looks new, but someone has removed the name card.
Like people
Nothing
buying their
happens when you
games.
try to ring it.
That is true. Yeah, you can't, you literally cannot buy a game from them. They will not let you. No matter how much you want to give them your money. Okay, it's raining now. Interesting. Can I do another check on this on there?
An inconspicuous partner.
I think I need to put. Yeah. Keeps everything faithful. Yeah. I kind of wish the. I'm still so sad that the Unreal thing is never going to be a
All
thing.
around you, rain falls on the great city of
Like, they're
Rhodes.
never going to release it. It was
Rain
just like a
drips on the
display
leaves
thing.
and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must
Because they're
be
afraid of Square Enix coming
Snow is
after
melting.
them. The toggle to enable orchestrated scores. Ah.
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hat.
What do I
Grey
see?
sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
How does it feel?
Your shirt sticks to your chest. The shoulders of your disco blazer grow heavy. The cold finds its way in under your skin. You shiver, and the city shivers with you.
Okay.
You're not dressed for this weather. You should get an overcoat or a patrol cloak.
What's in the west?
Sheets of rain over the water. A flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinez, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken
I don't think I've been up
seafort
there yet, have
crumble
I?
on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Who are you, ghosts?
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the
Oh.
financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows. Will you ever go there?
Will I?
No, you are just one of the
Oh.
hundreds of thousands who watch them rise across the bay from Martinez.
What is down the
Its
shore?
Urban coastline, rain dripping off Etonite-covered roofs, cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction, a defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water. Coal City, end of all lines. Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants.
Hell yeah.
Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance.
This goes really good.
There's a fleet on the corner.
I'll have to see
plastic
about it. I don't know
full
if I want to
of
get into it
smooth
myself
rubber.
anytime soon. I want to give it some more time to cook.
Beyond that, the strikebreakers have gathered.
Plus, we'll see if Square Enix have decided to finally pull their fucking fingers out their arse and actually remake some good games for once. Remaster, remake, whatever.
The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back.
Maybe something
You
might
shudder
come
like an
along.
animal trying to shake water from its hide.
Clench your teeth to stop
Behind
shuddering.
the gates, heaps of supply crates, red and blue metal shipping containers, slick with rain. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour is an artificial mountain range.
Another
immense
FF7.
wealth within, and immeasurable poverty in its shadow.
I didn't really realised that remake is a verb. Wait, what do you mean? As in, he didn't realise that it was. I'll live on. Maybe they'll let Mistwalker remake 9. Doubt it. And beyond that. Never happened, but I can dream. Yeah.
Cruise ships flanked by dock arms.
They'll remake 9 and turn it into like the ugliest Unreal fucking project ever that wouldn't look anything like what the other guy was doing.
Kudon, the lower middle class.
They're gonna use the fucking the same devs who are doing Kingdom Hearts and Unreal.
7-story buildings trail off into the rain.
I still can't believe there's gonna be a Kingdom Hearts 4, and they've basically just fucking sacked the old engine for Unreal. Like, what was the point?
Over the houses, the class divide.
You're making the plot of FF7 as a sequel, not a remake. Isn't there like some weird time travel shit, like, basically, and it's just, oh, this is Final Fantasy VII, but like, why call it? Just call it. I don't fucking know. I don't care about it anyways.
Capeside apartments, tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits.
It makes me cringe.
Long ago. Clotheslines go to waste.
The thing is, they did it because the Final Fantasy VII story never made sense anyway, so if they did remake Final Fantasy VII, they'd have to, like, find some new way to explain all the weird bullshit that went on, but then it was just easier to be like, hey, what if we did Final Fantasy VII but changed everything?
A yard. Rain falls.
Is that it's not a sequel, it's a reboot? That's a good way to put it, yeah. Yeah, it's basically just a reboot. It's a whole new story.
From his cold cheeks. A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch the road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath Revachol is the capital of the world. Jam its home.
Where the hood at?
The brother in the cut. Where the hood at?
What the fuck? Why am I not there?
To breathe Martinez where no one goes.
No, FF7 2. What do you mean? That is happening, isn't it? Or is that already out? I can't remember.
In the shadow of the day, the revolution fell.
What's that other one they're making or made? It was like the fucking intermission, interlocking, fuck, I don't know. Rebirth, that one. Okay, so it's not the Inters. Been out since last summer. Right, okay.
Standing in the rain, looking north, where
lost track of all the. Yeah, it's just.
Inland. In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of
Intergrade.
A repurposed silk.
Wait, but what's the one for the PC called? Hang on.
Precinct 41 hunches in the rain.
Remake Intergrade. Sorry, that's the one. Yeah. Why did you have to call it Intergrade? Like, it was already called Remake.
Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink. Coalition era statics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way
even
up there,
only the first. Yeah, the first. As if I recall correctly, like they leave Midgard in the next game.
Your sight clears.
I think everyone knows everything about FF7. I thought it would sell less.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. I'd recommend you.
So same game as remake. They just wanted to sell it again. Yeah, well, it was the PC port, right? That's what Intergrade was. They added a MOBA mountain yet. Oh, fuck off. I hated that. That shit's so annoying. I turn these on. I think so. That was the worst. This Fort Condor, yeah.
Viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking in.
Oh, fuck that. I don't have the money for this kind of shit. Alright, so I never explored much further here, did I? I saw the wall, and then I kind of got distracted. Yeah. What have we got over here? Petals, okay. Did she spill the paint? Is that paint? Oh shit. PS5 so they could say, oh, I see, I see. Gotta protect that bird. Fuck that, man. Okay. What's this? Can I loot this? Hell yeah! Your room in the whirling isn't much bigger than this sloop. Can I sleep in it?
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as
Skipping ahead just so I have made that Mercury mod. If I have to wait until I actually finish 2, I'll never get there.
The silk scarf is tied around her throat.
It's not like you're missing out. Like, it's just, you can play those Final Fantasies in any order, thankfully.
Good evening, officers. I'm Joyce.
Like, the only thing you miss out on is sort of witnessing the evolution of the mechanics of the game, like how they went from one to the other. But you're not really missing out anything else. Like, that's the only thing you get out of playing them in order.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
RCM, what's that? I'm a little foggy.
I meant you, the Revachol Citizens Militia.
What's the speed up bells? Yeah. One's from the first 6 I haven't played. 2's great. As much as people hated 2, I fucking love 2. Just the gameplay mechanics are so nice. You cheese it so hard. Shake a hand.
I'm glad to see you here. I was dispatched to handle
As much as
strike,
the others.
not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in
It's
this
such a
matter,
step
I will
down.
gladly.
I really dislike it. See, I like the mechanics. I like the system, personally. Like, I think it's like, it's an acquired taste, right? It's kind of like Marmite. It pissed off a lot of people, but then there were also some people who really fucking loved it. Like, for me, it was kind of like the way you would level in games like Oblivion. I fucking love that shit.
That is good to
How you
hear.
gonna level your defense?
My
Get fucking
colleague
hit.
will continue to listen
I
to you.
thought that was awesome.
I should let you know that it's from an unusual, very unusual.
There's a love-or-hate thing. Exactly,
I can assure
exactly.
you of his ultimate
I love the spell slots. Well, yeah, it felt very... Well, that's the thing. Final Fantasy originally was meant to be a D&D, digital D&D.
There's a trace of
That was the whole
irony
point.
in his face. Mischief even.
Up in the
The
remastered,
utilities
2 mechanics
access
miss
some
me. Which is fair. Like, it's not for everyone. It's definitely not for everyone. And it's not like...
Interesting. I wish you a swift recovery.
It's very hit or
In the
miss.
meanwhile, you have my full
Mind flares exist in
cooperation
FF. Yeah.
and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
Even his legally distinct Sahagin. Yeah. It's completely meant to be D&D. Like, it originally was meant to be D&D, basically.
It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition.
Like,
But she
it was
appears
fully inspired by D&D. Do you know something about these
That's
tattoos?
the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
So you know something about the tattoos?
Better not tie the forestay to the backstay on this.
I'm sorry.
I hope there is something else I can help you with.
Things have entered the chat. Yeah. You're kidding with these cutscenes. I just need to start it once to install the mod. Why haven't I seen the main menu yet? You're kidding with these cutscenes. Let's install the mod. Wait, what do you mean by install? I haven't installed the mod, so I have no idea.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
You seem rich. Can I have some
Is
money?
what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
Why not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander.
What nice
Squint your
fabrics.
eyes, but why, yes, tucked away under that
A
sturdy
giant
green
unskippable
raincoat,
cutscene. It does?
rustic in its simplicity.
Oh, when you
Silk
launch the
shirt,
game. Yeah, yeah,
matching
yeah, yeah, yeah.
scarf
Sorry, I thought you meant
around
like.
her gentle
Wait.
throat.
No. You can skip the you can skip the starting the load up intro, but you can't skip after new game. After you hit new game, like once you're playing the game, you can't skip. But I'm pretty sure you can always skip anything beforehand. Your inputs might not be working. It's usually like circle or fucking start. Try every button, assuming it is working. If you... Oh, yeah.
While dull orange pearls hang from her
Are you
earlobes,
playing this on
red
Steam?
From the cold. Her light green eyes
Like, is this
stare
legit, or is
full of
this...
knowledge and worry, wealth and all its possibilities.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some fuckery going on with the Steam inputs. Let me have a look. Doesn't play nice with all controllers. Yeah. The ports for Final Fantasy, like excluding the remasters, the ports for Final Fantasy have notoriously been shit for the longest time. They are atrocious. There's usually, if I go guides, I wonder if anyone has put anything in about controllers. No. You might have to look into it. Like, if you're not skipping the first cutscene before even getting to the main menu, it's not reading your input. Bought the entire series ages ago. Yeah, that's fair.
Now look at you. You misery-clad
No
simp.
Steam Enforce enable Steam
Barely able
input.
to tie your own
You might be
nooses.
able to grab
Your
other
pomp
people's
salutes.
configurations as
The
well if you
sight
do
of whose
that.
precedes you. Your hair
I know there's
sticks
like
to
a
your
community
forehead,
button
and your
thing that you
underlip
can do in
feels on top.
Steam. Well, what the hell's wrong
You're
with...
poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money.
Yes, I can.
You're too...
As I should be for even considering it. This is a woman and I am a man. I'm a goddamn working man. I'm not ashamed to shake this leech for some dough.
You think your little communism protects you from this?
Controller wasn't connected and didn't register. Ah, I see.
The more demeaning it is to grovel at her feet. Oh God, the lieutenant is here too. Do not dishonor the force.
This to me with Monster Hunter Wilds.
As I was saying,
Mid-hunt.
if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
I want money.
I am sorry. It just doesn't come out of your mouth. What does is...
Money.
Excuse me? I didn't hear you.
Damn it. Was
Of
that a red
course.
check? No, it was a white check. Okay. I guess that, yeah, that's fine. What can you tell me about this strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Controller has to be plugged in before you start 9. If you unplug it anytime, you're gonna have to probably... Yeah, like, if that might be the case, yeah. What if I want to hear about trade
First,
secrets?
you have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Aliments. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
An octopus, I will slay it!
Good luck. It's only kept in place by the vested interests of half the civilized world.
You got
including
mid-on
the-
disconnections.
What the man
I've
needs
not had
is
any
the
yet,
emergencies
thankfully.
act
I've had it
can
happen
be
in
overseen
World, but...
both with the authority from the
Yeah.
provincial government.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
What is your
I
role?
believe the official title is Senior Labour Negotiator.
Oh, it's her. So she's the
and a
negotiator.
grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
Right.
And how are the talks going?
Then that's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Oh, you mean Measurehead?
Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead.
How are the talks going before the
Let's
lynching?
say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
Okay.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen.
It's March, right? I
I
forgot.
prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
What happened to Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to... how did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Cool.
Yes. Extremely. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
Sounds like usual aggressive posture.
What are the demands?
Leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
Over-aggressive commie
In
posturing.
its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker, a member of the board.
What does that even mean?
It's quite simple, you see. Every time
So
the
I'm nowhere
Valentine's
for a
Group
posh
makes
talk,
decision
yeah.
About what? About anything, really. It needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
That's pretty funny.
They're having a blast. But how can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical solution.
What are you going to
I'm
do?
not sure. Naturally, I assumed that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
Right, the scabs at the gate. Did you put them
The
there?
scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the union refuses to?
Yeah.
If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you.
So you did.
Not right now, at least.
Tell me about this union boss.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity.
Damn, that's crazy.
You can
It's
say one thing about him.
always the
which
case
doesn't
about
always
these CEOs, isn't
put
it?
The workers first. Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt.
Oh,
I
there we
imagine
go.
he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Say
He
nothing.
is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Wait, there are 2 of him?
Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their
Oh
workers'
my
dues.
god. What about the union itself?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that.
Needing to remember the lazy eye? Probably, but assuming I can even see people's faces
Organised
properly.
labour at its best, as they say.
I assume I'll have to
something
do a
happened in the
perception
local
check
chapter
to even fucking
elections.
spot
The
it.
brothers Clare came and transformed it into a, how do you say?
A mob. The Debardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Hell yeah! I wonder if they have some porry, whatever the fuck that drug is called.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Debardeurs Union is...
An effective advocate for the rights. Giant leech sucking the life. Basically a socialist mob.
Thank you for being candid.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always
He
hungers.
said something happened in the
I'm glad you
elections.
asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the union. She disappeared.
It's the neighbor.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Eerie.
Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, man. We'll be just fine.
Sorry, I just saw. Wait, what is this? No fucking shot. No fucking way, dude. There's a fucking horror game that uses your webcam. Sorry, I just got sent a fucking Steam game. It's not out yet, but like, the idea is if the creature finds you, you have to get out of your webcam sight. So you have to. This shows this guy's like going under his desk. That's kind of cool. What the hell? Oh my god. That's fucking weird. I'm gonna add it to my wish list. I don't know if it's obviously it's not even got a release date or anything. Points cameras. Yeah, right. How quick can you? Not quick because I'll have to fucking like get down and not get jumped on by my dog, who's probably gonna get me killed. But like, it's this one here. That looks fucking creepy as hell. Oh my god. I'm gonna dive under your desk and smack your head. It looks like one of those jank horror games, but like, the fact that you have to like actually go under your desk, like, has nobody thought of this already? This is kind of, it's not like the cleverest thing in the world. It's just something nobody ever came up with, which is kind of interesting. I'm showing Cam and that's how you die. That'd be so funny. Just turn your light off to hide while in the dark room. Yeah. It does look like it has to recognize your face first. There's like a little thing that does it, I guess. That's all I need to do.
How else can I help?
You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
Not a lot of people on boats, are
Of
there?
course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
There is a pinch of defensiveness in her voice, but it is playful.
Wait, we're on an archipelago?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Okay, I thought we were on Revachol.
We are. And the city of Revachol is on the island of Le Caillou.
I haven't seen anyone else sail a
I
boat.
haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
What's that supposed to
Actually,
mean?
That motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Ravachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay
It's
of
my
Revachol,
friend says you have to
between
move out of the
city
webcam
and
quietly.
islands.
You just fucking hear a loud bang while someone like tries to get out of the way and gets them killed.
She's having a good time arguing against the law. Too good, perhaps.
Do you have a license?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
Is that a euphemism?
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Qualified pleasure craft operator. So charming.
Can I see your license?
I just renewed its safety inspection last month, officers. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one, but 2 Insulindic regattas. Even finished once.
Still need to see a license, ma'am.
Actually, you don't.
I'm pretty sure I do. I police.
It is a little known fact of police that the Wayfarer Act specifically denies the RCM the authority
Shut
to deny
up,
any
Kim!
operator license.
We can't pull over random civilians and demand their papers. That's weak.
Unless it's their passport. No. You want to ask for the lady's passport?
You need to save face if you want her respect.
Yes, I'm going to need
Demand
to see your
her
passport.
Of course.
Look at the
The
passport.
woman is silent, smiling while the waves lap against the hull. Your hand under the plastic, a light blue passport saying Republic of Vespa. The coat of arms has a lion and an ostrich. Seigent, the woman, born in the year 3 in the commune of Revachol, smiles at you. Face adorned with frown lines and crow's feet. The photo is recent.
Your
the name
name?
reads Rejoice Leighton Messier.
Your name is Rejoice?
Yes. But please don't call me that.
Why?
Joyce is much more efficient.
She doesn't like it. Probably a bad memory. Mean girls at school or
You're
some
from
ancient
Vespa?
love.
My husband is. I have dual citizenship. A Vespertine is handier when travelling.
She nods and returns the plastic bag.
Does
to
she have
her.
a
The
name?
boat? No. It is called Cor de Leyte 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
The word "it" feels strange.
Do I
Such
get
a
to name
beautiful
it?
boat deserves a proper name. A breeze ripples through the sails and tugs at your hair. Below, the sleek, fish-like shape of the hull parts the water. Beneath that, a resounding darkness. You're reminded of something. Or someone.
Cool, but your boat really needs a name.
Okay. How about Cor de Leyte 19? Why? Because it was manufactured in Revachol East by a company called Cor de Leyte, and its hull is 19 paces long.
How about Dolores?
Why Dolores?
I just like the name for some reason.
Well, it means nothing to me. I think I'll stick with the factory name.
Okay,
But thanks
let's
my
just fucking-
sloop.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with them.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks.
I think I've
Is she
handled.
thrown off yet?
I think I've handled the boat thing.
Good.
Okay. What else is there? You seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in.
This reality.
No time to explain. Just give me the lowdown.
But please, a little context. We're not in such a hurry.
I got so drunk I forgot literally everything. I went on a 3-day bender and now I need you to explain the world. I woke up in a trashed hotel room, superstar style. What's this? A supernatural event took place within my head on alcohol.
Such an acute encephalopathy. Just doesn't seem possible. Surely you're joking.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality.
We may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
All right, you're in. Begin with the first one. You'll appear worldly.
Oh my. Okay, where are we?
We're in Martinez, baby.
Baby?
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
I'm a disco holdover myself.
Aren't we all?
And what's Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Tell me about another, perhaps even more fundamental aspect of reality.
I would be happy to. What is a preposterously expensive education?
Oh, I didn't know that was the end of the.
Not sharing.
What times are these?
These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
Too late for what?
For the big time.
The smile of a predator. No doubt what she's got in mind.
You've got a predatory streak.
All men are predators, dear. Nothing much to be done about that. It's all a matter of where you get to file your teeth.
What's the big
The
time?
revolution.
Ha, and what is this revolution I keep hearing about?
It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
Who got shot in the head?
Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the communists, they all got shot in the head.
She's not gloating. It's a relieved celebration.
Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed.
Did the communists and anarchists shoot back?
Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
Truly a kerfuffle. Wait, sounds like they should have shot more people in the head then.
This does not represent the official RCM opinion.
Shut up, Kim.
Don't worry. Klaus Mazov shot 15 million people in the head. But that was all the way over in Grad.
Anyone else get shot in the head on the opposing side?
Lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a
Oh, this is the guy who lost his jaw.
Drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well,
Yeah.
he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
I love that king. Fucking communists.
Which one? Actually, it doesn't matter. King Guillaume has always been my favourite. He could smell a PR disaster brewing. So he got out alive, and his nephew, Fricelle, got shot in his place. Him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen.
Okay.
They are what they are. Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
Okay, let's get into this. What is, think of something close to you.
6 kilometers southwest, in the Valley of Dogs, Junior Officer Chad Tilbrook takes aim at a rabid black dog, licking its
legendary
grass.
success? I'm sorry?
To his left, his partner, Emil Mullins, whispers, "You heard what happened to Tequila Sunset in Martinez?" "Yes, he lost his mind," Tilbrook answers, fingers on the trigger. "Don't worry, Emil." He pulls it out slowly. Slowly now. He'll find it again. We always do.
What am I?
You? You're an officer of the RCM.
This abbreviation, what does it stand
It
for?
stands for Revachol Citizens Militia.
Good, and what is the Revachol Citizens Militia?
Nothing more nor less than the de facto law enforcement body of post-revolutionary Revachol, Detective.
Yes, we are the Revachol Citizens Militia.
Are we?
We are.
You said de facto?
Yes, that means not de jure. The RCM acts in what is poetically called the twilight of international law, both at the behest of the coalition government and to its chagrin.
What do you mean?
The RCM's responsibilities are defined by the Emergency, Wayfarer and Aliments Acts, 3 pieces of legislation keeping the city in a, let's be honest, laissez-faire stasis to the benefit of foreign capital.
All 3 are good to know when we are out policing.
Okay. So I'm basically going to avoid this subject and ask next questions in this line of inquiry.
Moralist of you. The coalition government would applaud you for staying out of politics. And yet, There's nothing basic about your role, Detective. It's true that the RCM keeps everything the way our seemingly permanent provisional rulers like it. Yet, on the other hand, I know these people. I deal with them daily. Let me tell you, dear, they are not fans of you.
Why?
The post-revolutionary decade was a disaster for the coalition government. Revachol in the 20s was hell, especially on the west side of the river. Gang warfare, a botched privatization scheme, a nuclear pile meltdown. They called it the International Zone because no nation wanted to claim responsibility. The RCM restored peace where the coalition failed. A true blue citizens' initiative.
This little
They will
purple
never
dot has
forgive
been
you.
nagging me this whole time. I've wanted to click on this for ages.
That's somewhat of an exaggeration. In reality, ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement. Revacholians get to keep the peace in Revachol, and the coalition doesn't have to worry about it. Anyway, sorry to intrude. Please continue.
Yes, Lieutenant. Permit me to conclude with this. Who you are, to me, is the police. The only legitimate law enforcement authority in Revachol.
Thank you, ma'am.
And if those authorities drink so hard they need help recalling the basic terms of reality, well, I'm here to help.
What is reach for something fundamental? 3%?
A strange coldness comes over you as you look at the world. The waves sway the sloop.
Okay, what is this? Spread your
That's
hands.
A bird? A Svenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
Keep guessing.
Some sort of krill hunter? No, wait. You're an ancient ruin. A symbol of hubris and decay. Half submerged in some salty sea.
What? Really?
Of course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games.
What is this place
Ah.
here?
This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot or two.
What is Rue de
A
Saint-Ghislain?
pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveaux. They're old. This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay in the Delta. That was before the war, of course. Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate.
Right.
Before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off.
Splat, splat.
Wonderful.
Excuse me? Would you like to... Okay. What is that? Point to Cindy the
The
Skull.
girl in the old lady rags.
Yes.
Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture.
Infraculture?
Yes. You and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture.
Okay, but now to explain the same thing, but to a child.
Young people who dye their hair funny colours and wear old people's clothes are stupid, and their little rebellion is self-defeating.
I get it
All
now.
right. What next?
Right.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
I think I'll... Wait, what can you tell me about this
Quite a few
lynching?
things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes
Do you-
sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57, and this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events.
Remember when I told you I literally cannot remember even the most basic facts about reality?
How can I forget?
One of those facts is where my badge is, another is my
I
name.
was hoping your condition was rhetorical, Detective. A questioning technique.
Perhaps it is, but it's also true that I don't remember where my badge
I have
is.
sympathy for your highly unusual conditions, sir, and I believe you. But as it stands, I cannot share any confidential information until I've seen both your badges.
Oh, what a bitch.
I understand the dictates of protocol, ma'am, but is there no way around it?
I'm afraid not, Lieutenant. These are my employer's orders.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
How do I negotiate my way out of this?
Feelings.
What do you mean? How is that a 92% chance? What? That was a red check. Oh, was it a red? Oh, I didn't know. Fuck, of course. But madam, I need to know about this lynching. It's very important to me. It's the case I'm
I assure you,
solving.
it is no small matter for me either. We all
They even
share
told
the
you it was a red
responsibility
one.
for
There's a lot of
defining
information to
I
read.
hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible.
There's so much else. I only have this. This is my entirety of my existence.
She's silent. The wind flaps the sail.
This boat, for example, and a home somewhere. I only have this case.
Officer,
Ouch. I don't remember anything except this lynching. There's only this coast and this lynching.
you know, I don't mean to sound cold, but if you want something, you have to give something back.
The
More
bonus to
than
finally
just
kick in.
this.
I didn't think it would. I thought I'd be fine for a while.
You're doing it. Despite your own best
Oh.
efforts, you're still getting in. Somehow.
I'll be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something tangible.
Like what?
The Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbour. It's an open secret in Martinez. Surely it must not come as a complete surprise to the RCM either. Perhaps it's time to look into it. Or you can find your badge, which honestly seems like a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Excuse us for a moment, ma'am.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I haven't paid the cafeteria
We
manager,
should take care of that, then.
but I don't have
Let's
money.
talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the streets.
There we go.
We'll figure something out.
Though he finds this situation frustrating, he is doing his best to not make you feel any worse than you already do.
Where's the purple? There it is. Shadows in the... Oh, that was all it was.
You're back. Good. Of course,
Okay. Alright. Let's get back to the thing. I'll speak to this lady over here later. What's this? Looks like there was more construction here once decades ago. Where's
This
it
is
gone?
not going quite as I hoped it would. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman.
Really? I thought it was going so well.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
Suppose we don't... We could just, find my badge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters. You could request a new one from the station, but that would literally take months.
What do you propose that we don't investigate the drug
No.
trafficking?
If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we're siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
Okay. So I'll go do that now before I go to sleep.
You're back. Good.
Tell me about
What
this
can I
alleged
help you with?
trafficking.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
And you want us to investigate?
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
Am I going to need bolt cutters?
Unlikely, officer. I'm talking about the lorries. Once the ingredients reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers, well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they may be vulnerable.
Okay.
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about.
Yeah.
One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment. I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company
That should be
secrets with
easy.
You'll be indebted to her, in a way. But one step ahead of the Union in another.
Okay, I've made my mind about the smuggling
Yes?
investigation. We will take this case in yeah.
Excellent.
I'm just trying to hurry this up because I need to get
According
back to
to
the
my
thing.
reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout.
Mm-hmm.
It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. In the meantime,
Yep.
let me know if there's...
Alright, let's go. Let's get back to the pub thing, whatever it is. I feel like this has been a very productive day one. I've solved some very important cases. I found some alcohol. I found some cigarettes. I convinced a lady that her shop is haunted. It's gone very well. What is this? Okay. About your badge though? It'll turn up. I'm sure. This is where the Groundhog Day review. Oh my god, can you imagine? I'd fucking love that. That'd be awesome. I've played games like that before.
Can I help you?
About that money I
Yes.
owe.
Have you got it?
I wonder if we could come to some arrangement for
Does
tonight.
that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
Come on, man. After everything I've been
What
through.
about what I have been through, huh? You're not the goddamn protagonist of this story.
Hold on, I still have my key,
This
you
is
know.
my hostel cafeteria, and
How's the
I
murder
need my
investigation
money.
going? What murder investigation? Would be pretty cool, right? There are games like that, but
Good
yeah.
luck trying to use it.
Oh.
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock.
I'll find a way and I'll break the door
Oh.
down.
Wonderful. Try to do that. I'll have to call you an ambulance.
This conversation isn't
Not
going
until
anywhere.
you bring me the money.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
I
Right.
really didn't want to resort to this. The man is thinking.
I think there's a proper detective game. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Okay. What's in the carriage? Is it a tent?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a puller.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the
Suspe-
cage.
Oh.
The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated this for a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
What do you mean by
A
confiscated?
couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high.
Isn't that corruption?
I don't know. Is it? I was going to take them into evidence,
I'll just take
but they
things.
weren't necessary for conviction.
I'm gonna
The
take them.
lieutenant nods as you take the
I'm gonna go fucking... I'm gonna go make me some money! Hell yeah, we're gonna get rich! Here. I think this is the place.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can
There's
help.
something I'd like to sell.
We'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump-a-mesk banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Of course. I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with
Hell
you.
yeah, I'm gonna be fucking
come
rich.
again.
Thank you.
He takes the cash
Here's
and
the
turns it.
100 real you need for your bill.
What?
Do not waste it.
I want the rest.
The windfall is a small consolation.
Give me more.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I have a fascinating photo of a corpse here.
Oh, no. I
Oh.
don't like those kinds of objects.
Do you know what the tattoos
Photic
mean?
paths, counter radiance network,
Access your pawn menu.
anti-magnetism, anything else
Wait,
you're thinking of
is this
selling?
stuff that I can just pawn off? Like, don't they have any value? I'll hold on to it for now, just in case they do.
Another time,
Alright, let's get out of here. I didn't know there was a pawn menu. Or I didn't know that was a pawn menu, I suppose. Oh, do I have to go pay for the fucking damages, really? I have to bow down to this corruption. This fucked up institution. Can't believe this. Actually, before I do, I need to take the dog out, so I'll be back in a bit. was I? I was about to get the controller. This isn't Monster Hunter.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it? Well.
Slam the bills down on the counter. I hope you choke on it.
Great. Perfect. I hope you enjoy.
Inside you on this one. True. I don't want to hunt them though.
You broke yourself.
You've really worn his patience. Even paying him didn't help.
The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow.
What happens if I'm in there at 9, like after?
Starting tomorrow, please pay for each night in advance. 20 real per night. If you don't have the money, it's over for you. Got it? You've got nowhere else to stay.
Time stops advancing after 2 in the morning. If you haven't paid for your room by then, it's game over. Don't leave finding money to the last minute, however.
Oh shit,
It's harder to
okay.
make cash after nightfall when the shops are closed and the streets empty.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
No, fuck you, man. You're a piece of shit. Let's see if I can get. Shouldn't have bought all those drugs. I mean, well, they still have yet to come into play. Let's get into. Let's do suggestion. Charm men and women. There we go. That'll be good. So I guess that's his room then.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night,
Just a
Lieutenant.
moment. We should talk about our progress and investigation.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
So what are our powers
They're
exactly?
quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
Why not more?
The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Revachol. We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station closely. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
But so far, FF9 has been the game. What do you the very beginning is very slow. I mean, it's not bad. Like I find it to be quite fun. Like it's enjoyable, at least. There's not a lot of combat and stuff in the beginning. Not like most other Final Fantasies. How can you be sure the arrestee will show
You
up?
can't. Those who don't show up become
The
fugitives.
airship, the music,
They have fewer
Vivi.
legal rights when they're
Oh, I
on
forgot about the airship. And the, yeah, I forgot about that bit.
Thus far,
But the Vivi bit's awesome. I love the Vivi bit. It's so wholesome. The clowns, yeah.
when power calls you, you come. But power
I
itself
recognize this.
is a
Right,
fragile
I see.
perception.
we are permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal.
Wait, so if I kill someone while on
You have to
duty.
supply compelling evidence
Oh.
of why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone.
It's the coalition government that makes these rules.
Morally internal, that's it.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Should finish this fucker. Okay. Can I try looking at my face in the mirror now?
The mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it,
No, I don't want to do that. The fan. What can I do with this?
The fan stands still.
Pull on the fan.
switch must be broken because nothing happens. The air in the room is starting to feel like vaporized urine.
Man, that's crazy. How did that happen?
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
Let's do it.
The sheets feel at once cold and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes.
Well, that's day one, I guess.
And then sleep doesn't come.
But I want to sleep.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Check the pillow.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly.
Check the blanket.
It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily.
All over to the other side.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Who killed him? Who?
Something to do with. What was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
No more thoughts. Fall asleep
Your
now.
breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Do I get to, like, play the dream? Oh. Oh, oh, okay. Cool. Are these, like, cracks in my memory or something? Okay. Oh, it's like a disco! Oh, it's me. Okay.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
I was born in a hospital where people usually go to die. Take his boots, yes.
You're not kidding anyone else. You don't remember shit. Tell me, do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Tell me what this is. I'm not answering before you tell me who you are.
You know who I am. I'm the bad day.
It's pretty obvious to me that, like...
You ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone.
I get the impression that the game starts where he tried to kill himself, like hanging off his fucking necktie or something. But we'll see. Obviously don't confirm if that is the case.
Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
You said who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
I was left?
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you.
Man, this whole detective thing got kind of depressing, huh?
Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get it all back?
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Islas. On the surface, outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you
His
failed
face
every
changes
single
into
one of them. You really fucked up.
I've talked to you before.
No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do. Even in your dreams. And the actor's wearing thin. The spots of the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Sweating up the bed.
Oh, this is a different. Oh, I see. Okay.
Stinky
I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
I'm trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
God, there's another type?
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Oh, I see. What's the limbic system? Is that like a brain thing? I actually don't know. Emotional nervous system, right, I see. Well, that was interesting.
Good going, buddy.
I just had the most beautiful dream, uplifting, rejuvenating, where your lymph nodes are. As in, like, what connects them all, or because like your lymph nodes are fucking everywhere, aren't they? As in, you know, like in specific spots. So throughout your body, right? Okay. And the most beautiful dream, uplifting,
Really?
rejuvenating.
Because you feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
The hell's going on with me?
Why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Nah, that's not it. Really, I feel super good.
That's not really true. Your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself.
I need to get more of it then. Detecting is my life.
Of course. Martinez is speed central. You just gotta poke around. Follow your nose.
Hell yeah.
You and Speed will be happy again. You will make her come home. This time.
Do I have a speed button? Am I gonna get a speed button if I find it? That's gonna be so cool. Alright, let's see what's going on over here.
The door is closed.
Knock again.
Still, you should punch a fucking hole in it. You slam your fist into the vinyl.
Damn it.
It does not produce.
Why does she not answer? I mean, she's obviously not there anymore, but... Oh, I wonder if I can use this door now. Oh, for fuck's sake. Nope, that's still locked. Maybe drug buttons eventually, probably, yeah. Hey, relax. Oh. Oh, that bit's opened up now. music's a fucking vibe. What does he want?
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The union must have turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
Okay.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them. Continue with our business.
Not the limbic. Limbic is brain. Oh, okay. So it is okay. IO.
Good. A power move. Purposefully concentrate on something else first. Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Okay. Let's see what's going on. Oh, right, yeah, I can zoom out. I keep forgetting about that. What's this? You can see through them. This is what I studied law for. Wait, what?
Let me handle this. Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
You lied to me. You're not a gardener.
That's right. I am not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
Oh.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you?
Tight as what?
Maybe he does.
Tight as what now, sorry? Swing and a miss.
Talk to him. But you know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. How is that sign cleanup going? Huh? Fuck the police and all that? She said she would clean it.
What if I want to talk to you, not Titus? Titus?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
I saw what you were thinking. You want to say, what are you going to do to me? Don't. Just because it's in your head doesn't mean you have to say it. You will not lose out on anything good by not saying it.
Oh man. That's a good line. Let's do what are you gonna do to me?
What are we going to do to you?
You were specifically asked not to say that, and then you said it anyway. You junior delinquent. But you still did.
The union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress.
Why are you so aggressive?
You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Listen, you Morrilinton lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the
Sounds like these people know something about the murder.
And you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
I like that. Good start. Let's take a step further. Armed uprising. What are the union's plans?
Look, a comedian. Do your job. Ask your questions.
Employ critical theory 9 times.
Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary.
Okay, whatever. Fuck you. So who's this guy being all... I don't even know what to call it.
Say you're dead.
Okay.
He's used to giving orders and having them obeyed immediately. You should not indulge him.
Detective.
Precinct 57's finest scans the room, leaving the speaking to you. He trusts you. Maybe against his better judgment, but he does.
Don't say anything yet.
Hey,
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Cross your arms.
What, is he fucking kidding? Is he high or something?
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
We're looking for Titus Hardy.
First, we need to talk about your attitude.
Wow. The RCM sent us some big dick cops.
Damn right.
Real big dick cops.
Massive.
Look at them. Reckless. Swinging in the wind.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, look at the big dick on that cop.
Man, these guys...
Can't tell a dick that big what to do.
These guys are throwing a lot of compliments my way.
Must be something in the water in Jamrock.
Yeah, gave him real nice big dicks.
Man, this is I'm flattered.
Yeah. Anyway.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them.
The man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it?
So, you're not just here to swing your big dick. You're here for the pretty boy. A real looker, that one. Stinks like shit, too.
They couldn't get him down, boss. He's still up there, stinking up the place.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Why is there a container belt around the dead man's neck?
Container belt, like we use in the harbor?
Yes, why?
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him.
Oh, well, case solved.
As he speaks, his fists contract, going through the pulling motion again, savoring it.
We did this together, all of us, until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck.
That's it. The game's over. We got the perpetrator.
No, you don't. What you have is 7 honest men who thought it forthcoming to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
They're playing to their considerable strength in numbers. Don't talk about arresting them. You'll only bring attention to your inability to do so.
When did this hanging incident occur?
You don't have to answer any of his questions.
Shut the fuck up, lady.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long had you known the victim?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah. Who do you think we are?
I have no idea.
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus.
You murdered him just like that. Who called the
The interview
shots?
is drawing to an end. Don't waste your
Shut
last
the fuck up,
questions.
Elizabeth. Who called those shots
Are you
that
deaf?
night?
There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy boy without arresting all Hardy boys.
Well, we can just get a gun, can't
Do
we?
you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
Titus, keep addressing him. He wants everyone to know he's in charge.
Yeah, I'm gonna ignore her completely.
Who do you fucking think does?
He's so sure it's him. But it's not that simple. There's someone above him, or beside him, sharing the leadership. Hard to say who.
I'm gonna say the oldest, most venerable member. Or I could say I thought she did it. She seems smarter than him.
It wasn't a question, dickwad. How fucking stupid are you?
This asshole is worse than... Titus runs the Hardy Boys, genius. That's why we're called the Hardy Boys. Ain't that right, fellas?
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
Why did you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
So he's a mercenary, that's it.
And he stepped out alive.
I still feel like they're probably bullshitting that they didn't actually kill him, but I have no idea.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoy and Semenine written all over him.
Oh, I see.
Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Sorry
Right,
I've ever
but what did he
striked
actually
you
do wrong? No, hold on, how do you even know he was in the Special
One
Forces?
night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm one of these goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all.
Trying to divert you away, yeah.
Really? Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Oranese paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
Well, what did he do wrong?
He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
There's slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started to come in here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls.
Well, how's nobody else
That
mentioned
one of ours
this?
made karaoke right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming, "Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt?" Then he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted, raped, you said?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is
Said shit,
talking
you think
to
more
you.
people would talk? Yeah, like the fucking barkeep. Or the old lady in the wheelchair.
Anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and you.
Not saying it's not, it didn't happen, I'm just wondering what the fuck. Who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation.
No, you're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
Despite the stonewalling, you can slip one more question in.
We're gonna ask for one last time. Who did the dead man rape?
Titus, do not answer. You have been forthcoming enough.
Is he talking about her, maybe?
Fuck off, Carl. She's gone through enough without you harassing her.
Oh,
too.
so it was probably
She
her.
doesn't need more embarrassment.
What are you talking about? Embarrassment. If someone has been sexually assaulted, we need to...
What you need is to get the fuck out of my face. I've had enough of explaining myself to you fucks. He's dead. It's done.
As you can see, these men can only take so much baseless scrutiny. I'm doing my best to keep the situation civil, but...
It won't be for long, she means. It's true. She was the only thing holding him back.
How did you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
You're pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of cop school and many more of active service. Certainly enough to not put up with this backsass. Deliver a knockdown observation.
We need more. Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports of
Titus,
screams.
you don't have to clarify
Oh my god, stop
anything.
talking, lady!
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
Am I still unable to do red checks? Yeah, okay. Wasn't he a trained killer from Oranese Special Forces? If yes, then how did you manage to overpower
The
him?
numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here.
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
Why did this overpowering happen?
Fucking listening? The fucker came to our bar.
So how's nobody reported this?
Titus lets
Unless they all wanted him dead.
So he doesn't get his hands.
Let's leave this for now. You murdered him like that. I don't care about the remorse thing.
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave.
I think we're going to stick around. Thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it is a group responsibility.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Rent-a-cop. So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals. Forget about their games. You've mapped out the characters. Reading the footprints in the yard should be easier now.
Scan the room.
No. Eyes here. You got business with my boys. You got business with me.
The boys are too eager to please him to keep their mouths shut. You're gonna get a good head count. Just wait.
Yeah. You fuck with the Hardy boys. You fuck with Titus Hardy.
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
What is this conversation?
Yeah. You're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Fat Angus.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what brings the cop around.
Too late. You already scanned the room. You got a pretty good picture.
Picture of what?
The actor's hair. You could take another look at tracks in the mud on the crime scene. Compare it to these guys.
I want to talk about the hanging again.
Just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
Oh, okay. No more questions. I'm going to establish authority. It's a terrible idea, but it's a white check, so I can come back to it.
Establish authority. Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
Kim, I need your gun.
Why? This is not what he thinks it is. This is a great idea. I'm afraid it's not what you think it is either.
Wait, what? What? Who, me, what is it? Wait, why is that a question? Everybody calm down, this is only a demonstration. Kim, the gun, please. How many slugs have you swallowed? Yeah.
But I don't want to give you my gun, not after the last time.
Shut up, Kim.
What is happening, Titus? What are they whispering about?
Easy, Shanks. I want to see where this is going.
I know what I'm doing. It's not my first day on the police job.
Police job?
The pressure in the room grows to a boiling point.
Be careful, it's loaded.
Damn right it fucking is.
Good. Now put it in your mouth.
Am I just gonna be like, I'm fucking crazy? Like, you better not fuck with me. This guy's fucking nuts.
What are you doing?
Genuine panic flies across the lieutenant's face.
Fellas, you getting any of this?
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I don't know what to pick. Finger on the trigger. Oh my god. I'm not fucking this case up. You will respect me.
Look at me. Don't worry. This demonstration is not happening.
Yeah, because I don't think it is, yeah.
Because I sort of wanna see that shit.
You won't, man. His fucking balls ain't big enough.
These are my thoughts. This is my head. You'll never forget what happens in 5 seconds if you don't respect me.
The cop is really threatening to off himself. This is insane.
No, that is not what is happening. This show is unnecessary. Give me my gun now.
You better get ready to fucking respect me in 5, 4, 3.
He's not gonna off himself. Come on.
No. He'll do it. Go ahead, son. 3, 2,
2, one. Do it. Get this one thing right.
Oh my fucking god.
Give it to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. It's not too late. You can still.
I mean, Authority knows what it's talking about, right?
Ratan, we can't have any fun if you kill yourself. Painting the booth red with your brain sounds like a real blast now, but what about later? There'll be nothing.
I'm gonna save it real quick. Oh, you can't save in the middle? Fuck. I kinda wanna see what happens if I get stopped or something, and then they're like, holy shit, this guy's actually gonna do it. I'm gonna kill myself now, you fucking whore. No saves coming. Well, it's already saved before, it's just I have to do all this shit again. Oh, okay.
As a deranged law official reportedly from the 41st precinct shot himself in the head last night.
I thought maybe someone would stop me.
In downtown Martinez, the exact details of the incident have been revealed. But
that won't break, but will hurt me. Oh my god.
The officer was making a point. Can't say I'm surprised. Lawrence Gart, manager of the Whirling.
Good job, yeah.
Where the incident took place.
Oh my fucking
he was
god.
Extremely unstable and had threatened to kill himself before.
And can I load? There's an autosave. Oh no way! Is the autosave from the night before? Shit! Really? Oh, that's so long ago. Oh, you're joking! What are these autosaves? Is the game done? That's not even... That's like when I fucking started. Are you kidding me? What are these autosaves? Are you kidding me? This is a fucking joke. I'm actually kind of pissed off about that. So I have to do everything I just did all over again. I mean, why are the autosaves so infrequent? I don't get... Why was there not an autosave when I went to sleep? That's a bit... Like, use of the quick save button? That's really annoying. Like, that's actually just ruined my fucking mood for this game. I don't want to do the whole fucking day again. Well, I say the whole day. The entire time I've spent fucking playing today. I don't want to have to do that again. What the fuck? What a shit. That is shit. Like, that is actually shit. There's no way to, like, speed up the frequency of autosaves as well. You should know better by now. Should I? Because a game that's come out in 2019, I think it is, right? Let me see. This is a game that's relatively modern and doesn't have fucking like a properly functioning autosave. For a game where you could literally die at any second. That's a bit annoying. Like, I'm a bit peeved off by that. Like, that's actually genuinely ruined my motivation. Like, this ain't fucking Final Fantasy 1. Done for autosaves. It should at least be done with Jerry. Yeah! That's how I've always understood it. The game tells you it autosaves. The way you understand that is, like, it autosaves after big things. Like, especially after having fucking slept a night. Just save when you quit the game ones? No. I have quick saves where I've saved. I have my actual saves where I've saved. And then there's autosaves that just happen seemingly every half hour or something, but Clearly not every half hour while I was playing. Oh no, every hour or so. I can't tell. I cannot tell. What is the consistency of the autosaves? Clearly something happens to trigger autosaves, but nothing... Apparently spending the night doesn't trigger an autosave. That's a bit... fucked. Why are they inconsistent? Like, what? There's like no extra menu or something that might be... No. Wow, that's really annoying. That's actually fucking, like, pissed me off. Like, I went from having this much fun to immediately just fucking plummeting. I genuinely am fucking pissed. This has ruined my mood completely. Like, I don't want to have to do this entire shit again. That was like a whole fucking... an hour and a half's worth of fucking playtime. Just gone. I'm not in the mood for this. I genuinely don't want to fucking... I'm done for tonight. Fuck that. I'd find something else to play, but it's a bit late anyways. There's no point jumping to another game for like half an hour. That's actually pissed me off. Maybe I'll like clean up the fucking progress in my spare time and catch back up to here, but like that's actually fucked. That's so dumb. Why, like, why? Why even fucking tell me you're gonna autosave when you don't? Fuck it. I'm gonna jump out of here. Go ahead and raid Garg. Fuck this shit. That's genuinely pissed me off. It's doing the new Faz stuff, which certainly exists. But yeah. I'll be back on tomorrow, probably with this, if I'm not still fucking pissed at it. But yeah, we'll see. Anyways, goodbye.